like a larger budget studio film.
Not physically, but like within the story. Or
Emotional depth. I mean, I think a lot of those are boundaries that you think about. You think about film, and you think about what independent film should be doing, and it's sort of its utility and its duty in a way is to consider the way that films are made and make them differently. I mean, if they're independent films are just like mainstream entertainment, they have little value, right?
I have a question.
Go ahead. Who are you?
Faircourt. Thank you very much. But Rick, talking about, yeah, up here is actually the best seat. That was one of the craziest entrances I've ever seen. An amazing entrance. Congratulations. It was the most... Are you listening to music?
It's hypnosis.
Okay. You're doing hypnosis now?
Yeah.
I've never seen anything like that.
For those who couldn't see that, it stormed in and the music's so loud, all we hear up here is really live, shoes off, removal, and
Were you getting comfortable?
it was wild.
Also coming so late to something. Wow.
So Rick,
Pushing boundaries.
what casting call? What we were talking about with indie film knows. The whole point is just because you made an indie film doesn't mean you made some grand statement and you're actually doing something transgressive. Indie films fall into so many cliches and puss out as much as any mainstream film does.
Absolutely. Left and right.
Shell shocked. You sure you don't
I
have another question?
wanted to, you said something in an interview yesterday that I think is worth repeating.
Thank God.
Is that somebody asked, like, what was the most difficult thing? And you said, well, just the very idea of whether or not I should be making movies, or if I'm checking in on the fact that, do I really have something important to say that's worth the time and energy of not only myself and our crew, but the audience as well. And I think it seems like there's an affluence of films that come out where I think an audience would say, like, why did anybody bother?
I think that there's some people who are like, I think that's on the filmmaker side and the audience side. I think some people are genuinely upset when they see something that they have to contend with. That
and no photos, please, no photos.
Microphone right here, please.
Somebody in typical Midwestern city,
Which city?
Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Hell yeah.
The number of independent films is limited to one theater.
Circle.
And I look around for major producers and so forth making films like the Coen brothers. And I'm wondering why the Coen brothers stuff is so good and so popular. I'm just wondering why more independents aren't able to get the funding to put out movies sort of like the Coen brothers films. For instance, I'm talking about a perfect man or an intelligent man.
A serious man?
Serious Man, which I love.
Great fucking movie, right?
Yeah, absolutely fantastic. And you think to yourself, there are a lot of people out in Hollywood capable of making movies like this, and yet all you see at the malls are just one helicopter chase after another. You know.
Nothing funny about helicopters. Rick, for the comedy, how was the process in raising the money and getting going? Did you sort of just take it upon yourself to move forward?
Bye. I am out.
That's a great question. I mean, there's no real good answer for that. I mean, the Coen brothers are singular. They've had so many years and years and years of some kind of success where I think, I guess part of, I'm sure there's an element of studios that say, well, they acknowledge that if you can put a movie together, that's a huge feat on its own, whether or not it works or sells, or so I'm sure they're given a lot of credit in the industry for being able to do that, and it also legitimizes films in a way. Like it's like they're the studio's little like, well, we make artistic films. Look at the Coen brothers. So they probably don't feel that they need to do much more than that.
I think it should be recognized that there seems to be an interest in making films that are